Hey there, it's Simon here. How are you? Thanks so much for checking out this short video on how to read tab. What we are going to do today is we're going to look at the tab, learn how to read the notes on the tab. We're going to talk about rhythm, and I'm going to demonstrate how you play those notes on the guitar. I hope that's going to be clear. Let's get straight into it. Here on the screen I have a bit of Hells Bells that I've tabbed down here for us. The thing you see first straight up is there's always the chords I tend to put, and then here we've got the tempo marking, so that's how fast the song goes. It's 105 beats per minute. Then the next thing you see the section, and then what you see is the chords. Now the chords are actually really helpful because it tells you where you're going to put your fingers. So we can see here that we've got a 0 on this 5th line down. Now how that works is each of the lines represent a string on the guitar. The one at the bottom here is the low E string. Let's make that a bit bigger. And this is the high E string. So, you know, you're playing a guitar, so this is a low sound, and that is a high sound, right? So that's why it's organized that way. Often I have people go, oh, well, it's a bit the wrong way around. You know, this should be the string nearest me, and this should be the string furthest away from me. But you're playing music, this is a lower sound than that. So that's why this, where the little box is here on the screen, is the low E string. The other thing I should point out is this is 4/4, which basically means there's going to be 4 beats in every bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? All right, so let's get straight into it. Here we've got a 0. So that is an open string. So we're going to hit the A as an open string, which is going to be, okay? So we've got A. And then you can see we've got 9/7 on the screen here. Now, helpfully there's an A5 marking here. So if you knew chords, you know that this is an A5. We've got 7 and 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the open string, then we're going to hit the 9th fret, that's what that means, 7th fret. The reason I picked one with a riff up the neck is it's quite easy to get a bit confused and think the numbers mean your fingers. They do not mean your fingers, they mean the frets on which you're playing, right? So we've got, okay, so we've got open 9, 7, 7. Okay, now timing wise, the rhythm here, we've got quavers or 8th notes, and what that means is 1 and 2 and, okay? So 1 and 2 and. Now you'll see here there's a tie, and so it basically means that you're tied onto the next beat there. Generally what you should try and do when you're writing this, maybe we'll do a writing tab thing another time, but always think that you're dividing the bar in 2. So it makes it easier to read. Okay, so we've got 1 and 2 and, it rings over the top. If you know this tune, it goes, right? So, very rock guitar, don't you think? My mini man. 1 and 2 and then we're going to have, this is on the 3rd beat of the bar where the blue box is. And then we've got 7, 0, 5. So count wise, let's learn how to count it together, all right? When you see the note, say the number, okay? So we'll count ourselves in. It's going to sound like this: 3 and 4 and 0, 9, 7, 7, 7, open 5, okay? We're going to collect the notes, so we're just going to do 1 or 2 at a time and then re-practice those, right? So 3 and 4 and 0, 9, 7, okay? 3 and 4 and 0, 9, 7, 7. 3 and 4 and 0, 9, 7, 7, 7, 0, 5. And that is how you would learn how to read the rhythm there, okay? Now, as you can see, there's lots and lots of quavers in this song until we get to, let's say, this bar. We've got 1 and 2 and. Now this thing that looks like a blobby 7 is a rest for 1 quaver or 1/8 note. So 1 and 2 and rest. And 4 and. So how that sounds is open, and then you've got an A5, right? So you get 1 and 2 and stop the guitar, and then you're going to go up to D5, right? So, make sense? So here's your A5, open, hit the chord, 2 open strings, because when they're on top of each other it means they're a chord, and then you stop for our rest, and then we move our hand up to 7 or 5. Make sense? Now there are a bunch of other instructions, for example PM, which basically means palm mute, so that is, right, that's how it sounds. So that is how you read the more kind of chordy stuff. Let's have a look at another tune, Foo Fighters' Walk. I don't know if you know this song. I picked this because it's a bit less obvious. So if you've never heard this before, actually it's quite good, because then you're going to be forced into actually reading what it says. So let's just make that a bit bigger as well. Okay, so this program, by the way, is called Guitar Pro, for which I am an affiliate. So if you use the link in the description to get it, if you want to get it, I do get a small cut of that, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. I've been using Guitar Pro now for coming up for 3 years. It's been absolutely amazing. I'll show you some of the features in a second. What does this look like? It says A5, and then we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? So you're going to go jung, 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 right? Down here there's a second guitar, and it's playing a riff. So let's try and count that together. So we're going to go 3 and 4 and 9, 10, 9, 7, 10, 9, 10. Actually the same rhythm as Hell's Bells. That's weird, isn't it? So it goes like this. You get 9. Right? I think I'm going to do a lesson on this one in the next few weeks, so do look out for it, Foo Fighters' Walk. And then you can see the different riffs, you know. Right? If that makes sense. So here we've got another one. This is Here, There and Everywhere by the Beatles. We've got the intro. Gee, don't worry too much about the 9878. That's just me being a bit too precise, I think. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And then it get a B flat. 3, 4. Stop it. And then you get the A, an A minor, and then a D7. Right? Now, then it slips into sort of more regular life, a 4/4, and you get a chord. So that says play, play. So you get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? So this here represents a whole beat, right? A crotchet or a quarter note. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay? All right, so that concludes my run through on how to read tab. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. You can just write me a little note in the comments. If you would like to check out this Guitar Pro, I'll put a link in the description. And if you would like to support the channel, you can do that at patreon.com/Simon Morell. I hope all this has helped. I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.